Hi everybody, welcome back. It's fall and that means I'm introducing a fall soup because I love fall soup. It's my favorite time of year. I'm so geeked out. I hope you're going to be excited about it too. It's my butternut squash carrot garlic ginger soup. Is that everything? Yes, I think that's everything. So I'll have a description down below, but I'm going to walk you through it. It's very simple and easy. Like I just got home from work and you can make it in an hour. Okay, so before we get started, I have to always share with you my featured beverage to accompany my video. This is a 420, perfect fall beer. Good stuff. Anybody know Overboard the movie? That's from Overboard. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, so what we're going to have, again, to go over, garlic. And you don't need to be persnickety about chopping everything because at the end of this soup, you're going to puree it. We have fresh ginger, about a knuckle's worth. So depending on your palate, more or less. I've got some butter here. I typically like to use ghee, but I'm running low on my ghee, so about, 4 tablespoons of butter. I like to use one yellow onion. I only had about 1/4 of a yellow onion. Use what you've got, it'll still be good. Some vegetable stock and or chicken stock. I'm doing both today because I like this to be a little bit more savory. I have 1 chopped Honeycrisp apple. You can use any variety of apple except green apple. That would be too tart. And here's my butternut squash. I got these already pre-cut from Trader Joe's. I'm doing 3 bags tonight. And then carrots. I've used a whole package of carrots. So it's going to make a good amount. If you don't have all this volume, just use what you have. Okay, so first things first. I have been heating up my pot here. It's very hot. I've heated up on medium heat, not medium high, but medium. And now I'm going to add the fat. So I will have a couple tablespoons of olive oil first. Put that in there. I just like that combo. You don't have to do that. And do not be shy with using fat in this recipe because that's going to be your only calories. Plus, fat helps your body absorb nutrients. So don't neglect to have some good fat. All right? That's good news, isn't it, for the fall? Store up that fat. Be nice and warm. Woohoo! Fat and happy. No, not fat and happy, just happy. Okay. So you let that heat up a little bit. And while that's heating, I like to go ahead and add my fresh ground coriander. Oh, I'm blind. And I don't measure this. I just kind of put about half a tablespoon or so. Coriander is a great spice to bring out all of your stews and soups. I put it in everything. And you're just opening up the bouquet of that. You're helping it come alive. So that's important. All right, that is ready to go. Now, when you're dropping your vegetables in here, be very careful because I have burned myself before. I'll try not to do it this time. Oh, I'm scared. Okay, not so bad. So you don't have to pre-saute anything. We're just dumping everything in there willy-nilly. Now, I will say that when I have the time on my days off, I really like to roast my vegetables. I like to put them in the oven on 400 for about half an hour and roast the carrots and butternut squash together. That does bring out a more robust flavor, but it's not necessary. I'm in a hurry. I wanted to get this video in before fall is gone, so it's still delicious. I've done it both ways and it's been fine. See, isn't this great how easy it is? It's a one pot dealio. And I do like to just let this cook for about 10 minutes before I add any liquid. That also gives a slight roasted flavor when it's just in the fat and getting a little brown. All right, so once you have the vegetables in here, give it a good stir, get all that fat incorporated. Turn your heat up to medium-high and cook it down for about 10 more minutes. And after that, we'll come back here and I'll show you what else to do. All right, so welcome back. You can see how it's cooked down a little. So we're going to keep that heat up. I'm actually going to put it on high now. Oops. I want it on high before adding my liquid. And before I add my liquid, I'll just add some salt and pepper. I'm pretty generous, so just do it to taste. I like this soup because it's a savory soup. Can you say hypertension? Salt brings out the flavor. Don't be afraid of salt, but if you've got an issue with it, do what you need to do. Don't be afraid of your spices. All right, that's good and hot. So now I'm going to pour in the liquid. Liquid is a funny thing. I just have to kind of eyeball this because you don't want it too liquidy and thin, because once you puree it, you want it to have a certain mouthfeel, if you will. So you don't want it too watery and you don't want it too thick. Sometimes I've had it thick. I don't really mind the thick because I could add a little bit of water to it when I'm reheating it. But if it's too thin, there's nothing you can do about that. So I've used 2 cups of liquid there, and let me see if this is going to be about right. I think I'm stopping here. So I used about 2/3 of a 32 fluid ounce. I used about 2/3 of that, or just 3/4. Let's just say I used 3/4 of this. I'm not good with math. There's about 1/4 left in there. So that's about all the liquid I put in here for the amount of produce that you saw me use for this recipe. So the liquid is just really going to be a matter of feel if you don't use exactly the volume that I've used today with produce. But it's something that you can learn as you go, as you make the soup, and I hope that you will, because you're going to love it. Before this starts to boil, I'll just tell you some things about this soup. This soup is a great fall soup because it's got fiber in it, it's warming, the ginger, you're going to witness a cat beating. All right, my cat's trying to ring the dinner bell. All right, as I was saying, kids. All right, so the ginger has anti-inflammatory properties. It's immune boosting, which is great for fall, this time of year when we're, vulnerable to getting sick. The garlic does the same thing. It has antimicrobial and antiviral properties in it. The produce is just healthy all the way around. Vitamin C, vitamin A, and the high fiber. And again, it's just very filling, in the chicken broth and the vegetable stock, but that also helps boost your immune system. It's very nutritious and delicious. So there. All right, so it's coming to a boil. I forgot to tell you this up front. Put 2 bay leaves in. Give it a gentle stir. Now that it's at a boil, you're going to put the lid on and then turn it down to low, medium low, or in between. You're just going to simmer it for about 30 more minutes, and then I'll meet you back here again and show you how to finish it off. All right, it's been 30 minutes. Now, the longer you let this simmer, the better the flavor, but when you're in a hurry, 30 minutes is fine. It's still going to be delicious, and it can be a quick, easy way to have a great little meal. So the first thing we'll do is fish out those little bay leaves. You do not want to puree those in there. They would be bitter. All right, got those guys out of the way. Now we are going to blend. Look at this. Oh my gosh. The liquid is perfect. I did a great job. Okay, so now we are going to try this. Look how velvety creamy it is. And it smells so fabulous. You got to take it all in. Yes. Perfect. Oh my gosh. It's perfect. I don't have to add anything else to it. Look, the liquid is, look at that. It's just perfect consistency. Not too thick, not too thin. The flavors are perfect. It's like I know what I'm doing or something. Okay. Please let me know if you try this and if you like it, what do you think? Please hit like, hit subscribe, and if you want to see more things like this, just let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for tuning in. I've so enjoyed sharing this with you. Bye.